I have nothing much to offer to you. But there is one thing that I can offer. Shut the fuck. But there is one thing I will do offer to you. Monkey. Anyways, fuck out of here. Alright, I'm done. I have no other ideas of what to do with my intro.
Greetings, brothers, and welcome to another video. I was planning this video to be out in December, or maybe New Year's, but things happen to be very generic on that. But I will mention some of them a little bit later on. I might as well send this as a late New Year's gift, you could say, more or less. But also speaking of Christmas, even though it's a little bit too late, but shut the fuck up. It's a little bit too late, but I might as well suggest one of the videos that I did up a couple years ago called Sanguinella. And that was special. And before I start, I might as well bring up another channel that I still have. Well, yeah, no less. It's called Ancient Nellop. It used to be called First Aussies, Nellop, and then Ancient Nellop now. Long story short, anyways. I used to do Vanos Gaming / Russian Badger and other types of content back then. But for now, I've been slowly doing more voice acting content, and I've been practicing more than a year. You know, I started last year in January, and I've been doing much more content now, and I've been slowly now pushing more content into that channel with voice acting, so I'll show more of my stuff there. Now, if you were curious of my old content, they are unlisted, but they are in the playlist, so they should be at the bottom of my channel, so you will find it there. Keep in mind though, I have to warn you, because the content that I had was the content of its time. Very old stuff. So there might be some spicy ones. I'm giving you a fucking warning, don't laugh. So there are some spicy ones, I would say. So you'll be warned and watching on your own choice, but I'm just saying that content that I used to do, I don't do it now, but I'm just saying these types of videos are a video of its time, you know? I could show you, but at the same time, the bottom might be like, nuh-uh. I had an idea to do voice acting for the Emperor TTS videos. Well, specifically, doing voice impersonations of the Emperor TTS videos. It was mainly going to be on this channel just to test around the waters of how well it would do. And then I wasn't too sure about it, so instead of being on this channel, it will be on my other channel, which is called Ancient Nellop. So you will find it there. Now, everything else that I've just mentioned here, if you're curious of my voice acting stuff, and, you know, I would recommend you to that channel. And I will add a link in the description associated with any other links that I put. You know, I have all of my social stuff, all the stuff that is in there. So specifically on my old channel, they'll be in the description. So you'll find them all there. But other than that, let's get into this. Remember the Ultramarines movie I've done a while ago? Either you've watched it or not, doesn't matter. But we're going to be doing this type of video again, but with even older relics, you could say. Even more older movies that was being made in before the Ultramarines movie. You have not only one, but 3 of them. 2 of them are just more or less like trailers and, you know, most of it is just combat. Spoilers, like, my guy, it's been 27 years, you have no excuse. Like, fuck, you know. Did you know that 2004 was 2 years ago? These short films are made as the 25th anniversary Games Day, which was from Games Workshop. And that is the only thing that I could find as for credits. Now, my only source for this is just Lexicanum, really. That's the only place I can find. Let me put this very bluntly, and everybody knows this, but just in case if you don't know this, wikis for 40k are nothing more than just usefulness, or useful, for just having basic information and just finding where the source is at. That's it. Regardless though, I'll be a bit more casual with this one because not only just I couldn't find anything, but this feels like more of a shitpost than a serious movie review. And, you know, just if you look closely enough on the practical movie film action stuff, it's very goofy. But I would recommend books if you're really into the topics that you look into. And if you fucking don't, I will strap you onto the bed and make you fucking read. The Hive Infestation is one of the trailers they had. There isn't much story other than, here's some gene stealers, they're in the planet, causing problems into the Hive City, and they will most likely cause a rebellion, and put chaos upon it. Well, that isn't much any difference when it comes to video games. Space Hulk, Deathwing, Space Marine 2 that is coming out in 2024, Battle Sector, you know, very lovely enemies. Personally, Tyranids are fucking boring, but that's me though. So, there are Space Marines tasked for this role, and oh wow, well, these are fucking Space Wolves. In fact, that's a first. Usually it'll be Dark Angels or someone else. Pretty much, they get into the mission, and as you know, typical Marines versus Tyranids, there is some interesting combat, you could say. You know, the models are practical, but to be fair, even though these are very 1990s, but they are good at its time, but they do not age well. Regardless, the models are very 1990s style, and not gonna lie, at least there are very goofy scenes. The Marines located the source, and boom, they found the big enemy. Okay. Well, no massive brain when it comes to, like, Tyranids and all that. But because I think they're cringe, and I will say that again, but I think they're called Broodlords. Or what it seems like a Broodlord. And thus, we're left on the cliffhanger. Just like Alpha Boost's last episode on Emperor TTS. So, this trailer, probably for its practical trailer, is questionable. Music is very 1990s and hasn't aged well, as I mentioned before, and the acting, yeah, it could have done better, you know? Just like the voice actors that we have now, or actors that we have now, or fan animations that we had now. But overall, it's like whatever. It's fine. It's a thing for its time. And, well, then again, it's not like GW does anything proper anyways. Blood for the Blood God. Interesting trailer. So, this one, so far, it is far shorter out of all three. And if you want the shorter of it, which is even shorter than that, it's all combat. With some scenes that have no relationship with it at all. Orcs speak into a language of the gods, and the World Eater's doing his little clean water ritual. Alright. Then Dark Angels being Dark Angels, they look for the Fallen, but it's not for the Fallen, and then they fight the Orcs in the fierce combats, if you want to call it that. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Look, I tried to get some things out of it, but I'm just gonna very simplify it. There isn't nothing special about it. But before I get to the final piece, which is on the short film, and an actual short film, if you want these links of the trailers and the short film itself, and where I got them, and, you know, where did I find it to know about this stuff, they will all be in the links. They'll be sourced, they'll be named, you know, where I found them. They'll be all there. Maybe in the highlighted comment. You know, the thing in the comment. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. But other than that, that's where I will have it. Just in the description and maybe a highlighted comments. I'll just have it there. As you can tell from this movie, it's very 90s styles-like. A ship comes out of the warp, that is interesting of way in doing so, and then shooting on the planet, but the planet looks like it has a force field set up. A gathering is made by 3 people. You have the ship commander with the Space Marine of the Deathwing chapter called Darius. They talk about the Inquisitor's mission to receive the artifact that was a success. But with the mysterious sacrifice of Darius' 10 brothers, and the Inquisitor was the only one to return alive. And our third guy, we have... Krieger! The normal one, not the parody. Krieger has with him the artifact and the... I just realized how the Space Marines' hide is the same as the humans. That's kind of funny. Anyway.
May I remind you both that I represent the Inquisition, and we care little for what you think, and even less for indiscreet observations.
Well, that's one way to say fuck you to both of them. So the plan is to go to the surface of the planet with the artifact attached, but Darius will attend close look this time with the Inquisitor, to make sure his brothers don't die mysteriously under his watch again, as Darius doesn't trust the Inquisitor. What the fuck is that drop pod? We don't really know what the planet is made of or what other info we have over the planets, but for now we just know it as the planet just lives, whatever the fuck. We have the little introduction of the Chaos Lord, and damn, they do be hitting different back then in the 90s, not gonna lie. In the scene of the shipmaster, meanwhile, there was a message from the Order Malleus. Well, not before checking his loyalty points. They wanted a message of the dire consequences of the Garanas Prime, as the planet contains a protective device of the old origin, as it seems to contain some sort of chaos power. So they wanted to recall Krieger and his crew and cancel the whole operation. But as the shipmaster says, it's already too late, and they're really unaware if they successfully landed on the planet or not. Although, Krieger has the means of negotiating from through the field, more or less, you could say. So, the Order Malleus are bringing their forces. Like casually, a fleet of Order Malleus battle cruisers, 4 regiments of Space Marines, and 3 companies of Grey Knights. Pretty casual, not gonna lie. Now, here's the thing. If the Inquisitor breaks the field and returns safely, you could say, their bravery will be noted? More or less, they're gonna be fucking chopped off. Dead, kaput, I don't know how else to explain it. They fucking die. We are back to Krieger and the squad as the planet seems like a desert one. And what the fuck? God damn, what is that mask? Hey yo, Xbox Tower! Ah yes, I forgot to mention the audio in this movie is shit, to put it lightly. Sometimes you have a struggle to hear what they say, and trust me, it's better off for me to explain to you in this audio than showing the audio of the movie. Then again, I can do subtitles, but that's cringe. Anyways, we have the Chaos Lord edging for, one, mentioning for blood, which every corn, berserker nuts over it, and also the artifact Krieger is bringing with him, which is weakening the chains of the cage or portal. But it is most likely, I can tell it's a chaos portal more or less, and then, you know how the World Eaters goes, blood for the blood god and all that. Oh yeah, so the squad are in the building, and they just have 2, Dark Angels to set in a position just behind them, while the rest of the squad commences forward. Because of Chaos bullshit and somehow, how that works, for some reason, 2 Marines got yoinked into the walls. Even though the portal was bright as shit and they could have seen it, but you know what, I'm not gonna start with this shit. As the squad noticed the noise, Darius sends another 2 Marines to investigate behind of the 2 other Marines. So they got to this, what the fuck is this blank area? As the Marines notice their comms are cut and compromised, and they're being fucking attacked by core Marines, and why the fuck are they using bolters? And now that's some bullshit right there. As Darius hears bolter fire happening, he demands Krieger to pull back. And, in a memey way you could say, Krieger just tells them to fuck off and he heads into the main source. Of course, those 2 Marines die in the process, so Darius and the extra Marine go to Krieger to find the main artifact. For some reason, Krieger now remembers of what it was. I don't recall he had a memory issues in the early movie. He explains that the planet has a chaos containment field, and he found on the last mission. And the energy field is like the second defense containing that type of chaos warpery. Although, he knows that, but he doesn't know how to reactivate it. Well, at least I got head, Haha. Alright, fine, I'll just go fuck myself then. Another firefight starts, 1 Marines gets sucked into the portal, and Darius getting shot to the hand. Somehow. Damn, these corn berserkers have some really good dice rolls on hits just to shoot that accurately. Not gonna lie, Darius on this scene is a complete bitch. He moans like a bitch, and when he gets shot and the Chaos Lord who enters the scene just grabs the hand, and for some reason, he just, gets into extreme pain. No other reason. Of course, Krieger's somehow getting even more memories, like unlocking levels on a Call of Duty class, but all he remembers is the Heretic, and nothing much really added to that. But don't worry, he will do the most genius move ever. He will remove the artifact to make it a problem for the Chaos Lord, but instead of that, it opened the Chaos Portal. Now, don't worry, this is an Inquisitor, and he can juju on the beat, so not only he can add one artifact, after Darius told him to do fucking reverse and got knocked out by the Chaos Lord, he added the other artifact as well, and reversed everything. And Chaos went, bye-bye! What a battle, I'm not gonna lie. That beats even the Ultramarines boss battle, like, it was just that good. I didn't even expect the plot twist, holy shit. With the Chaos Portal closed, the movie ends there. Now, I hope you enjoyed the movie, because to be honest, it was pretty goofy for me at the very least. The whole thing is just a very 90s type movie. Music is fine, the actors, they're fine. Except for Darius, for the little bitch. The 3D animations is very 90s as well, but, it has not aged well, but hey, at least it was something unique, I would say. Now, would that be, better than the Ultramarines movie? That's quite questionable, but then again, this is just a short film for the anniversary than, I would say, a actual movie. And plus, this is like a casual video, you could say more or less, I had a little bit of review, I would say, but still, this is very casual, this is goofy, la mau, le head, le laugh. But, as I've mentioned before, if you would like to see these short films, trailers yourself, all will be in the description. All the links will be there, everything that I've mentioned at the start of this video will be there as well. And yeah, that'll be all it for this part. So, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video. Farewell, my brothers, and take care.